Good evening, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Wine and FaceTime. It's your girl, Michelle, aka K Fit. As I've been doing prior, I'm gonna do the video stream directly with myself, and then I'll do the open panel the following week. I like the way that seems to go for me so far, so good. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everyone who catches this live on the replay. Really appreciate you guys for always supporting and showing love the way you do. I want to jump right into it. Next week, you can share my stream. I really appreciate that. Want to jump right into it, and we're gonna just talk the talk and walk the walk and see how this all happens. So, for me, personally speaking, I think that one of the number one reasons why both male and female partners cheat is because they can get away with it. Secondly, I feel like there may be some missing factors they're not getting at home. I think finances, third, can be a factor. Fourth, I think convenience. Number five, I would definitely say, excuse me, physical attraction has a lot to do with it. Number six, could be more about pretty much, just being young and immature and just not knowing any better and, making mistakes. And there could be so much more, 7 to 111, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There are so many reasons why, we never understand why this shit happens. But that's why I'm loving the open panels. But I know some open panels, I want more people to engage and jump in and tell their perspectives. I don't want to always be doing all the talking. So that's why I'm doing it this way right now. So everyone can have their perspective and I can just sit back and moderate and just control the crowd, so to say. So those are my perspectives on why I think it happens. And I think, people have to learn from their mistakes. They have to grow mentally, physically, and emotionally. And slowly but surely, people will stop making the same mistakes because they'll see the value in those mistakes and, the downward spiral. Or some people don't. They just continue to do what they do because they can do it. And that leads to another reason. So I think a lot of people just do it because they can. They can get away with it. There's not going to be a challenge, a stress, a fight, an issue, or concern. People just will do what they are allowed. And if they have a partner who is weak or soft and they're not going to stick their chest out or their nose out or, put their foot down and say anything about it, would you stop? So it is what it is. Some of us get that opportunity, some of us don't. But, that's another great reason. We call that number seven or number eight, whatever you want to place it. But it's a real deal situation. It happens all the time. And YouTube seems to like these confrontational conversations, such as the blogs. It reminds me a lot about the Krishan Rock and Blueface story that's going on. I'm so heartfelt for this young girl, but I think she's slowly but surely getting it together and seeing her situation now that she's super sober. But don't want to spend this whole conversation about Krishan Rock and Blueface. But hopefully that girl gets what she needs, what she wants, what she desires, and she's carrying life in her. So I wish her well, and we've seen this happen so many times with men in the industry and on TV and celebrities dogging out women or spilling their business or their tea, whatever. But what happens behind closed stays behind closed doors for most of us, depending on where you're from and how you think about things. But for me, it's just a sad situation that we see this young girl about to give birth, in the next 6 to 8 months, or whatever the case is, and this is a situation, But enough of that. Again, just want to wish her well, and don't want to bring too much time on that conversation specifically. But at the end of the day, I think it's hello. I think it's really valuable and worth it just to acknowledge that it's something that happens to everyone. We all go through it. Some of us are victims of it. Some of us don't know we're being cheated on. Some people are so good with their craft that they would never know that that was their circumstances. So each his own. Sometimes people do the revenge thing and get back at people, and that's a dumb reason she. But it happens. Who are we kidding here? And sometimes people don't even do that. They do a whole other thing, like, oh well, what can I get out of somebody? I'm gonna just go for the gusto. I'm gonna do as much as I can because I'm gonna milk the bank if I got the opportunity to milk the bank. So there is no silly reason, honestly. Like, well, I guess there are silly reasons, but there are tremendous, tremendous reasons why it happens all the time, and sometimes people never ever realize it. And again, one thing we learned from Why Do Women Cheat and Why Do Men Cheat, part one and part two, it's not always about looks. Looks are always not the reason. A lot of time, looks has nothing to do with the situation. So it's not about necessarily who has the bigger butt or a bigger bank account or a bigger car or, it's really not about all that stuff all the time, too. And a lot of us, will blame ourselves why a person cheats. Not about what you're doing necessarily or what you're not doing. Some people just are a lot to say. So, it is what it is. You know, you can be the best, you can cook, clean, pay the bills, be pretty, be sexual, the male or the female, either one, and still get cheated on. So at the end of the day, we see Halle Berry, Beyonce, Janet Jackson get cheated on. So many women probably don't even have faith that men are 100% honest and open. You know, we all know it can happen to anyone. It can happen to the best of us, even the president's wives. You know, so it happens. There's not really much people can really do. We got to just all know at some point we're gonna all go through it. But I'm gonna sign off right now because I don't have much to say, and I want to be able to do this live next Saturday with a full panel. Hopefully, I get 6 people or more that will pop in and spill their tea and tell me what they think because we all think differently. Although we're all connected, we all have different feelings and emotions about this conversation. And what I'm thinking, y'all may not be thinking. So pull up next week to chill with me on Wine and FaceTime. We will be in episode 19 of Wine and FaceTime. The season's going so doggone quick before I know I'm gonna have to wrap it up and be on a brand new season. But that's it. That's all, folks. Wrapping this up. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Take care. Again, next week, and I'm gonna open up the full panel for everyone to come in and spit their 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents on what they think about this. Men and women can pull up. I'll make sure I market it and promote it the best I can so everyone is aware when it's going down, how long, et cetera, all that good stuff. So peace out, y'all. Be safe. I don't own the rights to the music in my background. I'm out and about. I'll be out tonight, and peace out. Be safe, y'all.